half of what just happened wasn't supposed to happen, just so you're aware. I am currently experiencing some technical difficulties involving the fact that I am still using my Twitch infrastructure on YouTube, which doesn't work. So, so do give me just a moment so I can fix it and maybe get it to work the way I want it to work. Please. Alright, I really do need to update all this stuff to support YouTube, otherwise I'm not. This is pretty annoying how none of this stuff actually does the thing I want it to do. Okay, is that supposed to be frozen? Something tells me that's not supposed to be frozen. Oh, go away. Thank you. That should not be frozen, should it? No, that's not supposed to be frozen. Alright. Well, that's fine. Alright. Hey, well, okay. So, some problems here. That timer, that countdown, that 5-minute countdown at the start is designed to be used with my Twitch infrastructure. That should not happen on YouTube. I need to add a way, and I don't have a way to bypass that. So that's that. I do not have any way at all to bypass that, which is quite annoying. And what I also don't have any way to bypass at all is the fact that that timer down there is now at 7 hours and 15 minutes. Ignore that. I will not be listening to that. I don't have a way to bypass that. It is supposed to. Okay, I created a new entry in my database for the stream type, and basically that timer was never supposed to be preloaded. Other stream types, it'll preload that timer. It was not supposed to do that here. I really want to know why it did. Because it's definitely not supposed to preload that timer. Can I look in the database and see if there's a misconfiguration real quick? Oh. 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 It does. Oh. Okay, I did goof it up. It is preloaded. It preloads itself to 2 hours, which I didn't agree to. I must have misconfigured that. Whoops! That explains why the last one started at 2 hours. But when I redid the configuration, because okay, I see. Last time there was a limit of 2 hours also applied, but in this one, this new type only has the initial value set to 2 hours and has a limit of null, which means unlimited. So that explains why it pulled in all that overtime, which it was not supposed to do. So I'm gonna have to go into the everything fix all that manually, which is gonna be really annoying. I'm not gonna be a big fan of having to do all that. Oh, I love it when stuff breaks. I love it when stuff breaks, but not a whole lot I can really do about that. Alright, can I move you up to that screen, please? There we go. I've now got my third screen on, so that way I can actually look at stuff while I'm doing stuff. Which is awesome. I love being able to look at stuff. Alright. Can I get you... Are you gonna work by any chance? Do I have the button to... That's gonna do all the wrong things, isn't it? I'm gonna have to do it manually. Give me a second so I can change this over so you can actually see what I'm doing. Which one is it? Is it this button? Aha! Except my screen's not there. Okay, give me just one sec. Can I fix that from here? I can. Yes. Okay. Awesome. That's all fixed. All right. Let's see. We are what, 10 minutes into this and I'm just now getting the screen loaded up. All right. So, uh all the big stuff, one of the big projects is done. That was a really annoying process where I had to go in and where is the button. There it is. This right here, the page count, it was at like over 200,000, and it was mostly filled up with legacy threads that just don't need to exist. Because all that stuff's been migrated over, and they just sit there as like pages that do absolutely nothing. And that's all been migrated over. So I went ahead and deleted all 200,000 of those pages. And the way I did it is very sketchy, and I honestly wouldn't be surprised if fandom staff looks at this and is like, and like looks at this and is like, permaban, that no, global permaban. Like, this is ridiculous. But hey, I deleted 200,000 pages, so we're good there. And I haven't been global permabanned yet, and I really hope that they don't be like that. But considering that is a lot of work that I just sent to their servers, I wouldn't surprise me. All right. Anyways, so right now we're at the point where we're trying to go through and clear out a whole bunch more stuff that doesn't need to be there. So I think one of the places I started looking into but didn't really finish looking into would be the system messages. Messages. Can I do that? There we go. So, let's see. Of these, which ones exist? If I change that to modified and filter, which of these actually exist? Okay, all the achievements ones. That makes sense. The admin dashboard link. Yep, that one makes sense. Common.css. That does the site design. Delete drop-down reason. All these drop-down reasons. Yep, I recently did all those. This one. Might be worth editing that. I'll keep it open for now. This one. The default value and the current value are identical. Is there any reason at all to not... Oh, I can't even do anything about it. Does this even apply? No. No, it really doesn't. Okay, can I delete this? That's a Discord sound. Okay. I can delete it, but I can't edit it. Okay, do we have... That doesn't even seem to do anything, though. So it's like... Is this like... Obviously... I'm assuming that's what the page title would be. Can I... find it anywhere in here? Twitter description. Okay. Yeah, I'm not finding it. I'm not even gonna try. I'm getting warm. I'm gonna turn this air conditioner on. And I'm gonna really hope it doesn't, like, ruin my mic quality, because that would be annoying. Let's see. Let's do that real quick as well. Alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna delete this. It doesn't even seem to be doing anything. Completely pointless. This one as well. I'm pretty sure this isn't doing anything at all. So I'm gonna delete this one too. Talk page text. What is this? This is a talk page. Remember to do. Does that even work? If I go to a talk page, let's go to. I don't know. It wouldn't go. It wouldn't apply to a user talk page. I've already. Unless it does. Now, let's just do a little test. Let's go to the Balu page and go to talk. This is a talk page. Oh, it actually does work. Okay. So that one's okay, so that one goes there. Oh, okay. Might be worth updating that as well, or at least looking at it and seeing. Tooltip search. Does that even work? Seemingly no. Is there another like search button somewhere? I'm gonna assume that's the only one. Yeah, I also want to check if I do safe mode equals 1. Also, that's not the right. Okay, does it do it now? Nope. There's certainly no tooltip in search. That doesn't do anything. I'm just going to delete this too. It clearly doesn't do anything at all. Upload text. That could also use an update. I'm sure that's well outdated by this point. Wiki description. That's going to be that. Which. Pretty sure Ave recently updated this, anyways. Technically I did. But yeah, no, Ave did update it somewhat recently. That explains why I updated it. Alright. And then wiki navigation. That one makes sense too. So all the other ones are just achievements. Okay, so system messages, those are good there. It's just these ones I might want to consider updating. You know, the entire main page could maybe do with some updating. It's like, I don't know, this just feels, like this text here, for example. That page doesn't even exist. Yeah, this whole main page is going to be on my radar for something that could be updated. Let's see. I actually might have a way of clearing out that timer. Hold up, I might have a way of clearing out the timer. Can I do... That's not the right... If I do this, subtract from it, and just do 10 hours. That's going to put it all in overtime, though. Which I don't want to have to deal with overtime stuff. Although I'm going to have to anyways. It already wiped my overtime. So, whatever. I'll just subtract 10 hours. That should clear out that timer completely. Which it did. Perfect. Awesome. Now with that cleared out, next job would be Discord. Can I do that? Thank you. Okay. But yeah, anyways, this whole main page, something that I want to get updated. I know I recently updated it to make like this a button, but I don't know. I feel like this whole thing could be redesigned. Like this definitely used to have more at the bottom where it said characters. I specifically remember there being more links. But, with the deletions of the animal pages and the canon pages and all that stuff, those links are gone. But, so yeah, this whole thing. And then there's the guide that I was going to work on, that I was working on, that is still questionable. It really, I do need to work on this a little bit more, but oh well. All right. Let's see. It's not. Let me pull up all of the different pages in different namespaces as well. I want to go through every single namespace and clear out anything that's like old or outdated. Timer has gone for now. Insert evil laughing from the timer. Yep, my timer is part of my old. I shouldn't really say old. It's part of my Twitch infrastructure, and my Twitch infrastructure works on YouTube to an extent, but that timer shouldn't be there. That timer should definitely not be there. But the timer decided to pop up, and now I gotta fix it afterwards. So, yay! Alright, okay, what namespaces can I... Okay, can I uncheck all of them? So let's see here. Well, okay, let me check all of them, actually. Alright, the main namespace, of course, I can access through this easily, through the drop-down here. You can't access all the namespaces through here, so that's why I'm using the search page, which actually does show you all the namespaces. Alright, main namespace obviously has a lot of pages. That's going to be another day that I worry about that. As for all of these are all the talk pages after removing the legacy threads. Let's see, that's a redirect. That's a redirect. That's a redirect. That's a redirect. Alright, what are all these redirects? I'm gonna move that over there. Okay. Can I move you out of the way? Thank you. Okay. Does anything link to this redirect? No, it's gonna get deleted then. Let's see here. This is a redirect. I'm assuming it's from a page move. I'm just gonna make the assumption it's from a page move. This also a redirect from, I guess, a page move. I don't know. I'm just gonna assume. Yeah, you know what? I'll just use unused redirect. Just simplify it. Unused redirect. Keep it simple. Alright, that clears out all of those. That is a legacy thread that did not get caught when I went through the scanning. Come on! Am I really gonna have to use the API for this? Oh, you shit! You piece of shit! Fine, I'll do it. That is... You piece of shit. Okay, I'll use the API for that. No big deal. Okay. Put that one in there. And then... Put that one in here. You know what? It's a good thing I have this script that... I use. It's the same script that I used. You know what? I really probably shouldn't show my password. I'm gonna go and invalidate that real quick. That was not a good move. I'm gonna invalidate that password, so don't try to use it. Reset password. Okay. That password is reset. Alright, typical of me, that would of course be a me thing I would do, is show my password to everyone. That's awesome. Okay. I want this to like actually do syntax highlighting. Thank you. Okay. So now without me showing my password to everyone, let's see. Alright, let's edit without me. You know what? I don't even have the. This password's invalid now, so I'm just going to delete it and then I'll fill that in with the new password once I get it. So I haven't generated a new one yet, I just invalidated that one. Or actually, I'm pretty sure I have. I gotta redo it. Okay, that's fine. Alright, reset password. Make sure I absolutely, under no circumstances, will let this password get on my screen. Okay. So yeah, we're still purging legacy threads at this point. Edit interval, I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna set that back to 500, which is what I had it before I decided to go crazy and decide to set this up really high. All right, I'm gonna set that back down to 1. This I'm gonna reset to the 100 I had it before. We're gonna allow the initial scan, and then I'm gonna take this off screen and I'm gonna put in my password. So I'm not showing my password. All right. So now, without showing my password, of course, it'd be me that would show my password on one of these live streams. All right. Can I just do that? Did I get everything I needed? I should have. That should do it. Done. Okay. That should eliminate both of those. I don't know why that didn't get flagged. Well, when I was doing whatever. Doesn't matter. All right. Can I pull that up, please? Thank you. Okay. Talk main page. You know what? Actually, so I'm gonna run the unused um, image finder. Yeah, because when we deleted those legacy threads, I would have to imagine that there were probably some files that were only in use on those legacy threads and nowhere else on the wiki. I want to delete those. So, didn't I just open a PowerShell window for it? Yes, I did. All right, we're going to PHP because for some reason I decided to write this as a PHP script. Do not know. Do not know. When was this script even made? 2024. Do not know what I was thinking writing that as a PHP script, but yeah, is that done? All right, perfect. So step 1 is done. Step 2 is going to run now. This is a really crappy script, by the way. The way I set the operation that I'm using, whether it's step 1 or step 2, I have to open the PHP script, and right up at the top, there's an option right here, mode. It's right in the script. It's not in a configuration file or anything like that. It's just right there. It's just like, hey, what's the mode? What mode are you using? And it's a number. It's a 1 or 2 or a 3. Mode 3 is used for like big cleanup projects, so I'm not going to use it right now. I'm just going to do mode 1 and mode 2. Mode 1 just goes in and grabs a list of every single file on the wiki. Mode 2 goes through and actually checks if any of those files are being used. And it saves the list of the files that are not being used, so that way I can then go into a whole nother script to delete those files. This doesn't do any deleting. In fact, this script doesn't even need my password. But yeah, I'm just going to let that run. This usually takes some time, as I'm sure you could see. While we're waiting on that, I'm going to go back here. And yeah, honestly, I don't think there's a whole lot of anything I really need to worry about with these talk pages. I mean, some of these, though, are completely empty. Nala 15 created that back in 2009. with just the talk header. I mean, it's hard to delete anything from that long ago. You know, especially like Nala 15's been gone for so long. So it's really hard for me to say, yeah, I'm going to delete something from 2009. But at the same time, this page doesn't need to be here. So I'm going to delete it. All right. Are there any others that are like that, Simba? Delete. That's another one like that. All right. Why is my Discord DMs getting blown up? I would love to. Can I please go to Discord? Yes. Thank you. Okay. Shut up. All right. I'm going to go through all of these and make sure that these are like actual talk pages that actually have stuff on it. Which that has actual stuff on it. And that has actual stuff on it. This is blank. Let me check. Who created this? Nala 15 did. Alright. Well, it's going, so it doesn't need to be there. Okay. 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 That can go. Talk page for the main page. I'm not going to clear any of these out, at least not right now. I don't feel like actually clearing out anything that's on actual talk pages. That's unsigned. How old is that? Oh, it was Mario. Well, I'll leave it. It's just technically doesn't even meet the page requirements, and that's barely even enough for a talk page. But I'll leave it. Untitled.png. I genuinely want to know who uploaded this. The new guy moved it from untitled PNG to untitled sign.png. Well, now I want to know what file this was. What is this file? File history. That is. I can see why it was deleted. And then what is this? Untitled sign? It's like, come on now. You gotta actually give your files names. We will go in and rename files that don't have names. Okay, that's like an actual picture, not just untitled.png. Ugh. Okay, what is this? This looks like a blank page. Let me guess. If I had to make a guess, I was right. Why did Nala 15 just create a whole bunch of these blank? It's like you could at least put something in there if you're going to create a blank talk page. I mean, sure. I want to go back at that one for a second because that one showed revision history. It's just page moves. Okay, don't care. And hold up. Who created it? No, 15 did. Yep, okay. SpongeBob. Well, the parent page was deleted because it was marked for deletion. Which I'm curious. I'm very curious, I must say. This is completely unrelated to the wiki. I can see why it was deleted. But its associated talk page also needs to be removed. Do I have... I don't. I should probably add something for that, but... The super page was deleted. Oops, wrong account. Oops, logged into the wrong account. Well, the super page doesn't exist, so how did we go from TLK to SpongeBob exactly? I looked away for a minute. I'm just going through here. Apparently, somebody back in like 2013 tried making this page, and was it 2013? Yeah, 2013. Somebody tried making this page, um, and it was deleted because obviously it's completely unrelated from the wiki. We don't need that there. Oops, wrong account. The super page on that was deleted. I'm actually going to go and add an option in the dropdown. It's the delete reason dropdown. All right. Clean up. Super page does not exist. I'm just going to say it like that. All right. Save. Okay. Let's refresh this so I can actually use it. There we go. All right. That's got actual stuff on it, sure. Talk. A file that doesn't exist, and a message wall link that doesn't exist. This isn't even one of the ones that I deleted. This is just a message wall that just doesn't exist. And it's categorized as page with broken file links. How many pages have broken file links, just out of curiosity? Oh, a lot. Okay. Like, actually a lot. That's fair. I'll go through these at some point, but not right now. Template? Is there a reason that this is a template? What is this used for? Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense, but still weird. Alright. Yeah, I'll leave that. Super page. Wait, the super page doesn't exist, does it? Nope. Nope, that super page does not exist and hasn't for a while. Alright, let's wipe it. Alright. Next. Okay, that super page does exist, and that's an actual page. Okay, awesome. I don't have to do anything. This, on the other hand, it's blank, so I'm wiping it. There we go. Alright. Next. This also doesn't exist? Sexual content. Oh, okay. Mm. Alright, delete. Alright, it's whatever, I guess. This. Back from a time when we allowed anonymous users. We don't do that anymore. Um, that page does exist, so I'll leave it. Alright. That's all good there. Alright, so that reduces the number of regular talk pages. Pretty good amount. User pages. There's, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of these. Like, a lot of them. This is also gonna be a job for another day. There are just way too many. So I'm not doing this. All right, user talk pages. There's going to be less of these, but still a good number. All right. There's so many user talk pages for anonymous users. Those might be worth removing because we don't even allow anonymous users. Yeah. I'll scribble that another time when I go through like the user pages and stuff like that. Anonymous users don't have actual user pages. No, no. But all right, let's look at the project namespace now. And yes, yeah, this one, this one redirect in particular, this is one that I think I want to get rid of because this one actually conflicts with something. If I go to the statistics page, that is the link for fandom staff. But that page shouldn't be going to fandom staff at all. That's what that link is though. Is the actual admins, the local admins and bureaucrats are on the administrators page, which is what this redirects to. This redirect does not need to exist, and it's just going to cause confusion, so I'm going to delete it. Is there any... I'm honestly going to count it as a broken redirect. I would say that the redirect is broken. It should not point to... I know that's not the intended meaning of broken redirect, but clicking fandom staff in this menu should not bring you to a list of the local bureaucrats. That's just not how it should work. So I'm going to delete that. Are there any of these that I can wipe as well that we just don't use? This page clearly hasn't been filled out. Does anything use this? Like, here's a question. I know on some media wiki sites, there's like default links and stuff like that that go to like about this wiki or privacy policy or whatever. All of these would just go to fandoms though, right? These, yeah, these all just go to fandom.com. They don't go to the local wiki at all. So these pages, half of them don't even need to exist. This one certainly doesn't. I don't see any reason. Oh, other pages link to or transclude. Okay, what links to or transcludes it? Main top. What is that? Is this part of our... Oh, this is the ancient shit. Okay. This is ancient as hell. Um, yeah, no, as far as ancient stuff goes, this is as ancient as it gets. Alright, that's getting turned off because now I'm cold. Alright. Um, what even uses this? It's being used on a user blog. I'm not going to remove it because obviously that's a piece of history right there. Then that's the same user blog that's using it. It's a piece of history, so I'm not going to remove that, but I am going to delete this page. Just housekeeping, I guess. All right, achievements and badges. Obviously that's this page. I'm not going to touch it. Though it might be worth updating. When was the last time it was updated? Let's see. Oh, I updated it last, back in 2024. Oh. I guess I was just fixing things up or something. I don't know. I don't remember any of that. What else did I do? I removed the trailing space and changed that, I guess. And then I actually made a lot of changes to that page. And then before then, it was just Spix that did all of it. Alright, well, whatever. Administrators. There's inconsistencies on this page. I know that for a fact because at one point there were apparently like 20 some different admins. And also, if I remember correctly, yeah, it might be worth going through at like all the user rights logs and stuff like that and actually making sure that this is correct because as it stands, like this is an example here that says former admin, but that's not actually true. This user used to be a bureaucrat, right? If I remember correctly, this user was a bureaucrat. Yeah, bureaucrat. So that's wrong. So that's got to get updated at some point. Uh, put that on the to-do list, I guess. All right. The bureaucrats page, that one makes sense to keep around. Candidates for speedy deletion. Does anything link to this out of curiosity? Absolutely nothing links to it. We don't do this. This is like what you would do in like on like a Wikimedia project. Obviously though we're not Wikimedia, so this is candidates for speedy deletion. No. No. Nah, we're not. I'm gonna remove this. It's just not needed. We don't do nominating for speedy deletions or anything like that. If we have a reason to delete it, we'll just delete it. The chat box. What in the hell is this? This must be some old feature. Special chat. Yeah, no such special page exists. Okay, well, I was enabled by the new guy in January with not that much usage of it except when someone asks. I was enabled. Okay, well, sure. I'm going to delete this. Obviously, doesn't have any purpose to exist. We don't use it. It's going. Content moderator, that one will stay. Copyrights. What is this? Assuming that one's a default. Yep, that is a default. Creative Commons. And then that's Wiki licensing. Does that link even work? Oh, surprisingly enough, it does. Okay. Well. Alright. Copyrights. Does this page need to exist though? Protected page? What is that? This is like a help article or some shit. We don't need this. This is a default page, really? Okay. Majority of pages on Wiki should remain publicly editable and not protected. But we already follow that policy. We don't protect pages unless they have a reason to be protected, so we just follow the policy. We don't really need this page here, though. Yeah, I'm gonna purge it. Okay, rules. Obviously, this was recently updated. Very recently, actually. Sandbox. Has anyone used this? Nope. We don't need it. We do not need it. Templates. So a list of templates made for use on... Okay. Delete. This article is a candidate for deletion. We don't even do that. Spoiler. These templates are also, like, pretty much all of them are probably going to get updated. Yeah. Canon stub. Well, we don't have any canon pages anymore, so that's also probably going to go unless it's being used somewhere else where it doesn't apply. Let's just see, where is it being used? Template and canon stub. What links here? Just there. Okay, well, does anything even link to this page? Oh, surprisingly enough, category templates actually does. And what other? General wiki templates. All of this is going to get changed. All of this is going to change at some point. I don't know when. It's probably going to be a part of the big cleanup that we do at some point. But that's all going to get changed. Policy. Category policy. This could probably go as well. Yeah, this can probably go as well. I'm not going to do it right now. That's going to, again, be part of the cleanup project. Same with the privacy policy page. We're just like, why? Why do we need that when every single wiki has it right there? It's right there. We don't need that. And plus, this literally just redirects you to that anyways. It doesn't even redirect you. It just has you click another link to go there. It's like, at that point, might as well just click that. It's like, I'm sure that this must just be like some holdover from like some ancient setup. In fact, I can even check by looking at it from looking if that page exists on a newer wiki. Which I'm going to do. If I do project that'll make sure that we're always on the project page. And I'm going to go here. And we're going to check and see. Yeah, no, that page don't exist at all. So now that also has me interested. What about that page? Okay, now here's another question. What pages, by default, exist within the project namespace nowadays? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no way that this wasn't just something that she created. No? Okay, actually, that one is default. Whatever. Either way, obviously, fandom doesn't require you to have this. Fandom doesn't require you to have this. And fandom doesn't require you to have this. They're all going to get purged. So bye-bye, you. Delete. Bye-bye. I'm also going to delete that category while we're at it. Bye-bye to that. And goodbye to that. And then that should clear out that. All right. And goodbye. Have a nice day. Never want to see you again. All right. So that simplifies everything. We're down to literally just the achievements and badges page. That's going to stay. The administrators page, that's going to stay. These two redirects for the administrators page, those are going to stay. The rules page, that's going to stay, of course. And then this templates page is pretty much the only other one that is going to go away at some point. You know what? While I'm at it, you know what? I'll just do it now. There is no reason for this page to need to be there. When I do the cleanup, I'm going to standardize all the templates, make everything all neat and tidy, clean up everything related to templates. Templates is going to be a big part of it, just because of just how many templates there are out there. And like so many users create their own template just because there isn't really a standard template. It's like you got a couple of options. Like I know Ava's template is pretty popular, but It's like everyone out there just creates their own template, including me. So it's like, because it just really isn't a good standardized template system. And it's like, another thing from the old times is /doc. You would have documentation on a separate page. That's not really a thing you see a lot now, and it's certainly not anything I ever do. So these are all these outdated templates that are like that. They're probably going to get updated as well. It's like, what even does this do? Okay, I see. Well, that's got a purpose, I suppose. It does have a purpose. Does anything use it? Things do actually use it, so okay. So, it does have a purpose. I do know that. I do know what its purpose is. Why are there quotes around this one? Why are there quotes around a template name? This is not. This is not. Does this even get used? Surprisingly enough, yes. Okay, so that is a working info box. It just doesn't show up here for some reason. Thank you, fandom. I love that. Okay. Yeah, the templates are going to be a bit of a project, and I'm really going to want to try to standardize like all of this because it's like there's just so many different types of templates out there. It's like you'll have all the different character templates around. Like let's see here. If I just search for character, how many character. Go through here, all of these different characters. So it's like, we don't need that. Is that a template I created? It feels like a template I created. That's a template I created. Yes, it is. Okay. See, this is the way that I do templates. Everything is just right there in one page. You'd have the actual template at the top if it's visible, which in most cases it won't be just because it's usually probably better to show an example for each one, like what I do down here. So, like, this is what I generally do. I might change that around for when I standardize it just to make it a little easier for users. But, yeah. And then I properly document, like, all the template data and all that. So it's like, that's what the standardized stuff is going to look like. And then once we standardize it, hopefully we can start clearing out some of these templates that just do not need to exist. Now, that'll clear out a good number of pages as well. Alright, I deleted that already, right? Nope, I did not. Okay. I was going to. This whole thing is going to be redone at some point. This whole thing is going to be redone at some point. I can promise you that right now. Project templates. I'm just gonna do that. This category is probably gonna get wiped out as well. Categories, templates, and the main namespace. Those are the ones that we're gonna be primarily focusing on with the big cleanup. It's gonna be the main namespace, and then categories and templates, because those are the ones that are the biggest mess. I'm not even that worried about files. You would think that files would be a big mess. They're not. They're not as bad. It's the categories and templates that are the messiest. Okay, so I can delete this now. All right. You see, like, we have all these other namespaces as well, but it's like they're all clean, pretty much. These are easy to clean out as well. It's like file. It's just like, like some of these, like, okay, what is this name? Who uploaded this? Okay, well, there is some work that will definitely need to be done with files. Are there any file talk pages? No. Okay. Media Wiki. Yeah, as expected, it's pretty much. Did I just see a redirect? No, okay. Any MediaWiki talk pages? Surely not. No. Okay, I didn't think so. Template, and what about template talk? There might be some. Template talk T. Okay. Examples. Well, T. It does that. I mean, really now? Nah. No. No way. We don't need that. What even uses it? Oh. Oh, it's being used on a lot of the default templates. The old defaults, at least. Okay, well, when all that gets updated, that'll go with it. And then talk welcome. How do I use this template? Use of the subst prefix. Edit to make it more specific to the wiki. I'll leave it, but it's on my radar. Oops, I didn't want to clear that, did I? Okay, help. That. Oh, God. Those are redirects. Now, here's a question. That help page doesn't exist on our wiki. Does the help namespace just automatically redirect? It seems like it does. Just automatically redirect anyways. So these pages don't need to exist. Okay, that one does have something actually. Okay, that's fair. This one. Okay, all of these that just redirect to fandom, um, they're not needed. So I'm going to make a list of those. All right, and then honestly, I'll just feed this into the page remover script. Oh, this is done. Oh, perfect. All right. This one's a node script. If I can type correctly, that would be awesome. Oh. Well, those error messages are not great. Completed with 14 errors. Well, um, that's a good number of errors. I can try to correct those, but how many of those actually got, like, okay, which ones actually were deleted? Let's see here. Deleted, it did delete user access levels. And that one does still redirect as I would expect it. Let's see. Forums did not get deleted. Because, oh no, wait. No, forums did get deleted. Okay, let's just refresh this. And what are we left at? Obviously that one, because I intentionally left that one. Okay. Help editing. What links to that? Honestly, you know what? Let's see here. Template welcome links to it. Help signature. Template welcome. Okay, here's my question. You know, honestly, honestly, I think this whole thing can get struck out completely. Template talk for welcome. I was on this before. Okay, that, you know what? That template can get struck out completely at some point, eventually. Let's see. Where is my... okay. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Please don't open on that screen. Thank you. All right. Because I don't want to show my password again. That would be really annoying. All right. I'm going to set skip initial scan to true. You know what I just realized? That could have been avoided if I had just done this. I forgot I had a button to blur my screen. Well, I have that button to blur my screen. That's good to know from now on. I completely forgot that that button existed, but oh well. Alright, skip initial scan. I'm going to skip the initial scan. That's not going to do shit, is it? That's not what I wanted to do. Okay, don't skip the initial scan. Because I actually need to do it. That means I actually do have to edit these to be able to delete them through the script. Yay! Okay. Let's go to the main page and what on here? What are we linking to? Help editing? Help. Special forum. Well, that doesn't need to really exist. That should link to, yep, I figured. The rules, number of pages, in what world, does the main page have a link to help editing? Because it's in template news, which is in template introduction. Right? Template news. Okay, go to template news. And we'll edit. And I'll try to find the link. Oh. Help. Aha. There it is. I'm just going to delete that. Although at the same time, I can leave that in there because I want it to direct to the fandom. Alright, you know what? X out of this completely. Change of plans. I'm just going to force API edit, I guess. I don't really have much of another option. Because there's no way in hell it's going to actually let me delete this. There's no way. There's no way. If I try to go to wiki first, special delete, and try that page. Nope, I knew it. I knew it was not going to let me do that. Okay, so I am going to have to just use the API. Can I close all of that? I would really like to go back to YouTube. Thank you. Okay. That's fine. I can use the API. That's not the API I want to use, though. I want to, because I can't do it with the script. Otherwise, it'll be like, oh, page is linked to that. Can't delete it. Oh, not happening. All right. Instead, I'm going to use the API sandbox because I actually know how the MediaWiki API works. Okay. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to delete page. And I don't have to do anything else in here. So I'm just going to go to action delete title, help editing, I'm also going to grab help signature because I'm going to have to do that. Okay. Reason. I'm just going to leave that by default. Tags, no. Delete talk. Yes. Watch list, don't care. Old image, don't care. Token, autofill that. Uh-huh. Okay, that should be good there. Cannot delete a non-existing talk page. But it did delete. That's fair. Alright. Do the same thing with that page. Perfect. Alright. Now with those out of the way, all those links should still work. They should just go to the default one, the built-in, community.fandom.com. I figured that's what would happen. Because that's just kind of how the help namespace works. This one, though, this one's an odd one. This could get moved to a different namespace. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm used to like having like the what links here show up on the side, but that doesn't actually show up on the help namespace, does it? Like if I go to random page, that has that sidebar. This does not. But I do have a what links here thing down there. So, okay, what links here? Absolutely nothing. All right, well, I'm still going to move it instead of delete it. But I'm going to move it to a different namespace. I'll move it to the project namespace. Or am I? Hang on. How old is this page? Because this could get rewritten, for all I care. One thing every wiki. Active admins. They keep track of what's good and bad. You can find them at this page. Well, that is the correct page. It is wise to note them so you can contact them. That doesn't help you with writing, but sure. Makes no sense for that to be on this page. I'm deleting this page. Yeah, that doesn't need to exist. That can also go. I don't know why that's in there. Alright. And all those should be gone, as I figured. Category. This one's another one that's going to be absolute hell. Just like the main namespace, just like the template namespace. This one ain't going to be fun. Oh, this one is not going to be fun. Oh well. Category talk. I doubt that there'd be any. Yep, I didn't think so. Forum. I already cleared all those out. Let me double check them. Oh, I forgot. I was supposed to be marking. Oh, whatever. Okay, which namespaces have I gone through? Main, talk, of course. Main and talk. User, user talk. User and user talk. Project and project talk. File and file talk. Media wiki, template, those ones, and their associated talk namespaces. All right. Then help and category and forum. Okay, help, category, forum. So what's next? GeoJSON? I didn't think there'd be anything under here. In fact, I doubt very many wikis have anything under that namespace at all. So that's that checked. Right. Did I actually check forum talk? I did, I think. Yeah, okay. User blog. This one's going to have a good number of them, but it's like, yeah. This one's not going to be as annoying. This one doesn't have, like, nah. This one will be a lot easier to actually go through and figure out and all that. User blog is fine. User blog comment, I believe I cleared those out. Yeah, those were part of the legacy threads. Alright, and before I forget, user blog comment, blog. We just have the recent posts, which I don't even think you can delete this page. You can delete this page? Can I edit this page? It just goes to this? Huh? Wait, this is like an actual page that you can just delete? Really? Action, can I action equals edit? No. No, it doesn't let me do that. But it lets me delete it? I'm not deleting it, but it even has content. And the only contributor was default. Hang on. I am going to API Sandbox, try to pull, see if I can. I'm not going to edit the page. I just want to see if I can query its content, though. All right. Which one? I can't remember. Is it under just query? I think it's just query. Action query prop. No. Nope, it's not, is it? Okay. Rename user? There's no way that that actually works. Yeah, I don't. Getting the page content, I remember it was always a pain to remember because you don't just use the query. If I remember correctly, there's something else you gotta use that I just am not remembering. It's gonna be. Specifically, I want to look at the LOTLG one, which that's gonna have an old password anyways. Oh well, it opened over there, so oh, perfect. All right. What was it? Auto source verify. Parse. That's what it was. It wasn't. It's not query. It's parse. That's what I need to use. Okay. So not query. Parse. I can never remember that, but what I need is to parse the. Is it not that one? Yes, it is that one. Am I just not seeing it? Oh, it's just not showing it. It is. Oh, come on. Oh, you piece of poo. Wiki text, and then. Yeah, I was just going to clear everything out except for. Oh, come on. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Oh, come on. Parse warning, go away. Display title, go away. Okay, wiki text. That's all I need to parse. And I'm going to parse this page, blog recent posts. Parse it. And I don't think I need to do anything else because there is no CSRF token. Title used without text. Ugh. Did you mean to use page instead of title? I probably did. Okay. Parse the contents of this page. Yep, that's what I meant. That is exactly what I meant to do. Alright. So yeah, there is actual content on that page. Blog list, summary equals true, timestamp equals true, count equals 50, title, recent posts. Heh. So there is an actual page that I can technically delete. I'm not going to because that would probably be a really bad idea. But, fun. Alright, blog talk, absolutely nothing. Didn't think so. Module, probably going to be empty. Yep, I'm going to assume therefore module talk is going to be blank. Ding, ding, ding. Alright. Message wall. Let me also make sure I'm going through here and blog, module. Okay, message wall. I would have just deleted all of those. They're not the actual message walls themselves. I mean, message walls aren't even enabled on the wiki, but the actual like legacy pages that were left behind by message walls. Okay, and then message wall greeting talk. Okay, that's empty. Map and map talk. Yep, I figured. Alright, map and map talk. Alright. So the only ones left that I need to grab are the namespace numbers. Oop, come on. What is it? Okay. I'll just leave that menu open. Alright. So, 1201, namespace 1201. That's empty. Alright. Next, message wall greeting. It's 1202. 1202. Message wall greeting. That is empty as well. Uncheck it. Next up, board. That is 2000. 2000. It is empty. Okay. Board thread. That is 2001. Alright. Board thread. That is empty. That's another one that would have been cleared out. Topic. 2002. What is that one? Well, it's empty, so. Alright, so all the garbage namespaces that do not need anything in them at all, those are clear. So we're good there. I don't have to do much with those. Alright, so now. What next? I've gone through all the namespaces. I guess we could look into template. What do we got in template? We have, let's see, fan and group. What is this, for example? Okay, you know what? I'm gonna pull. Okay, I just remembered. This is done. So let me go through here, and I got the list of the files. I'm just gonna do a regular batch delete on these. If I can remember what the page actually is, that would be great. Now, hold on now, because one of those pages was uploaded recently. When was this uploaded? The 12th. Yeah, I'm going to give more time for them to actually use that, but otherwise, that can go. And then all of these are the other files that can just go. Yeah? Alright. So that's that. Alright, I can clear that out. Oops. Alright. Alright, so now I can go in and I want to do unused everything else as well. I want to look at some of the other unused stuff. So, like unused categories. What's in here? Content. This does not need to exist. Okay, help desk. Nope. And also, nope. Those were also purged along with the rest of the forum related stuff a while ago. Well, I say a while ago, like yesterday or so. I don't even know. Alright. These are all the unused files that I'm still looking at, I guess. Yeah. Unused templates. There's a good number of them. Let's see. Yeah, like template welcome, for example, is completely unused. And honestly, it probably is going to get purged. Remind me, what link's here again? Just other templates. Just other templates linked to it. I do not see any reason at all why it would be worth keeping. I see no reason at all. Official location info box. Official my ass. Nothing even uses it. This is completely useless. I'm deleting it. It's completely unused. Template talk. There's an active talk page. Well, but I don't give a crap. Delete. Alright, what else? Toggle. What is this? This is empty? Is there even any content on here? What is this? I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Well, either way, it's not used, so I'm deleting it. This one also feels like... Oh, it's completely blank. Well, that makes sense. Okay, can I delete it, please? Delete. User box animals. Okay, this one has an exception because if I go here, it's going to say, yeah, other pages linked to or exclude it. This one is an exception. It's technically unused, but it's part of the user box system. That one does have a reason to stay. It's one of the few that have an actual reason to stick around. This one, though, its argument is pretty weak. Wikipedia deleted. /doc. Okay, well, what about the super page for it? Oh, that super page doesn't even exist. Then, oops, how the hell did this even get created? Default created it. Well, guess what? Super page does not exist. So, Wikipedia doc. Does this one even have a super page as well? It does, actually. Okay. But the /doc page... Don't need it. All right. What else is there? Stub/doc. We don't use these categorizations. We do not use these categorizations. Does anything even use this template? Surprisingly enough, yeah. User talk Nala 15. Hmm. I love just digging into old conversations, by the way. I see an old conversation, it's like, no, ADHD kicks in, and it's like, I want to see what's going on here. Template red links. Yeah, I was deleted. Okay, well, that makes sense. Template stub, I mean, user nav. What? This is, wow, this is as old as it gets. I mean, what even uses that? User talk Nala 15. Links to it, and then it's transcluded on its own page. Nobody else's user page actually uses it. I'm deleting it. All right. So now, what else? That still points to that. This. I mean, three sentences. It does meet the page requirements. The 2021 page. The the stub template though. I don't think our wiki really needs it. I really don't. That's just not how our wiki operates. Ours is quite a bit different than others. /doc. I'm going to delete the /doc. And then I'm going to leave this as is for now. And I'll worry about it um, when I actually do all the updates. Watch out, this article may contain spoilers. That's going to get standardized. That one we will keep, but the documentation page doesn't have anything linking to it, so. Bye-bye! Information. Alright, what uses this? Oh, nothing. That's why it's in that category. Duh. Okay, well, delete then. Sign. Is this a default one? It is, actually. Nothing uses it, though. We just use the regular, like, unsigned. What is it? It's like template, like, unsigned? Yes. So, yeah, we don't need this. Let's just use that one. All right, Rail module. This is blank. Now, here's my question. Is deleting that going to break something? I actually have no idea, so I'm not going to touch it right now. This article property belongs to example. Well, nothing uses this, and that's just the general rule of the wiki. You don't edit somebody else's page. So, delete. We don't need a whole template for that. Because that would literally be, if we started using that template, it would go on the top of every single page. There's no need. All right, other free. This, I actually think this one is used when you're uploading files. So I'm not going to touch it. I know I'm pretty sure that one's used when you're uploading files. Same with this one. New pages. Well, That can go as well. I'm sure that's ancient technology that nobody uses anymore. Navbox.doc or /doc. That's a slash. That's not a. Okay. Navbox. What the crappity? Does this even get used? Navbox doc uses it. This whole thing is going. Has a subpage, obviously. Yeah, well, okay. Let me delete this first because, again. Okay, now if I refresh this, yeah. No, that's going. We don't use it. We don't need it. This, unused, but I'm going to leave it because it's history. It's another documentation page for what exactly? The super page doesn't exist, so I'm just going to delete it. I said, can I delete? There we go. Super page does not exist. This one, why does this feel like another one where the super page ain't gonna exist? Oh, yep, because it's another one that the super page doesn't exist. All right, well, we can delete it. You know, when you're deleting pages that have subpages, there's usually a big warning that pops up that, prevents you from causing problems like this. You know, you should probably look at that warning when you're deleting pages, you know. Because now I'm having to go through here and clear everything out for the reason that the super page doesn't exist. When in reality, if you're deleting the super page, you should delete the subpages with it. There should never be a case where a subpage exists where a super page does not. Ever. Oh my god, another one? Yep, that's another one. Alright. Is this another one? What do you know? It is another one. Gone. Alright. This probably be just deleted. Nope. Oh, never mind. It's not that simple. Okay. There's a subpage which has the documentation, which what links to it in the first place? Just that. I figured it was probably just that. Okay, what links to this page though? Just the documentation page. Okay, well, that's simple enough. It's unused, so bye-bye. Have a nice day. That's not how I delete that, by the way. Let's actually delete it correctly. Can I delete it? I want to delete. Thank you. Okay. Image category is gone. Heading B. What is this? /doc. Well, I'm going to assume that super page doesn't even exist at all. Does anything link to this? Nope. Okay, then bye-bye. Sayonara. All right. Heading A. /doc. Well, let's remove the /doc and see. Nope, it doesn't even exist either. All right, then. Once again, select that. Sayonara, piece of shit. Don't need you. All right, 4. 4. These are for the top of simple disambiguations. Well, we don't really do that. Also, that doesn't exist. So that's again, just delete. Super page doesn't exist. And we move on to the next one, which is this one. We have a doc page. You shall never see the light. That's a candidate for deletion. Does anything even use that? No. The answer to that is a big old no. So let's delete it. Call end. Um. Okay. I'm not even gonna. I'm not gonna look at that right now. That one might be a little bit more of a complicated template. Hold on now. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. That exists. If that does what I think it does, if that does what I think it does, I want to just test that. This is the template name. If that does what I think it does. It actually does. Except I want the table of content. I would want the table of contents to be before it. Do I do it like that? Yeah. That exists. Okay. That template could be so useful for page formatting. Because these portable info boxes just do that. That template could be genuinely useful for formatting on some of my pages. Oh, I'm keeping that. I am keeping that, and I'm making a note of the fact that I need to use that. I need to be using that. That I'm specifically looking at. I'm like thinking about like the templates and shit. Like if I go to template EBA character as an example, and it's like if I just copy that, if I edit this just as an example, with the info box up there, we go down to all these examples. And in between each example, if I threw that in, like let's say on that line, show preview, because that would fix a real problem with the way that these pages are set up, with the way that I have set these pages up. It fixes a real problem. That is. I wish I discovered that template existed before, because wow, that can be very, very useful for page formatting. It's the reason that I've had some issues with certain pages in the past. Like episode pages, I remember being somewhat annoying. Um, because this would like to shorten itself to that. It's like it shortens the width of the entire transcript. But it's like if I throw one of these in before the transcript part, if I throw one of these in before the transcript part, that problem goes away. That problem goes away. Okay, that I am gonna have to. I'm gonna start implementing that template into my pages. That is genuinely useful. And the fact that I didn't even know that that existed. Oh, okay. I mean, just think about. Is there anywhere on my own user page I could even use that? Like here, like collapsing all of this away, and you get this, and it's like, Yeah, that makes this whole table wider. Because then this isn't all in the way. Yep, that's on my list of things to implement. All right. Well, I am glad I found that. um, so let's see. That one is that one. Clear right. Does this want to clear left? Yes. And that would basically do the same thing, but with like a table of contents, for example. Except the table of contents, they already do that, so it's not like that does anything much. All right, and then site. Yeah. Ava 15's animal info box is unused. Completely? Yeah, completely. When was it? If I had to make a guess, if I had to make a guess, pages such as lion probably used it. I can verify that though, real quick. Nope, that just used animal info box. Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Also, animal info box probably going to be going then. I'm assuming that's not actually unused. Really? Template animal info box. If I could spell, that would be awesome. Animal info box. It looks like I must have already been to that page because I wanted to pre-fill all of that. This looks like a page edit that I would make. Because it is a page edit that I made. Because it used to be a non-portable info box. Oh, okay, I see. I updated it from a non-portable to a portable info box. Okay, makes sense. But yeah. Now, what uses this, though, is my question. My actual question, what links here? Template animal info box. It's transcluded on itself. That's a flaw with the way I do this is because I'm transcluding it on its own page. That's funny. Um, other pages. But yeah, it's literally itself. Yeah, it can go. Nothing actually links to or transcludes it other than itself. Alright, and then the Ava one as well, obviously, is unused, so those are going. Book slash doc, I don't even. Nah. What else is unused? Yeah, it's just those. Okay. So yeah, I'm not going to look into any more of the templates. I did get a good number of the templates. Although I would have expected them to turn red after doing that reload, the ones I already deleted. Like, I deleted that one. It's not red. Don't know. Alright. I'll figure that one out as well later. I'm not doing that right now. Alright, and then there's just these pages that I wanted to get updated as well. Oh, let's see. This one doesn't need to be updated. That one's good. This, though, that link is outdated. So I'm going to update that. Project rules. And I've got uploading photos / media. And then I'll just link it to project. I prefer just using project. All right. I'm just going to standardize that as well. I'm just going to say, and not photo rules, because files can be other types of files. So I'm just going to say file rules. Save. And then this. I don't think that one needs to be updated right now. That can probably be something I might look into more later, though. All right. And then the main page is just going to be its own project. I do want to redo the main page. Just, that's a bigger project. I'm going to have to do some, probably sandboxes with that. Similar to how I did the sandboxing with the rules when I was updating the rules. All right. Well, why are you... Okay. Anyways, gonna kill that. And that's not the right button. Can I find... There it is. Okay. Clear, clear, clear. You can go back down there now. I don't need you for right now. You can go right there. Perfect. All right. Okay, let's clear out all of this stuff that I'm not going to need for now. Completed. That's good. All right, what is that? That's going to be the bot itself, isn't it? Yep. All right. And Discord. Oh, go away. I can close all that out. All right. That out of the way. I'm going to end everything here in just a moment. Go away. All right. Perfect. So yeah, I am going to end it here. I do want to give a thank you to everyone who popped in, said hello, all that. Why? All right. I'm going to try to end it using my Twitch infrastructure, which may or may not work. So we're going to find out if this actually works or not. The odds are it's probably going to give a lot of like Twitch stuff because, again, this is my Twitch infrastructure. It is not designed to work with YouTube. So ignore all the fancy stuff that's, referring to Twitch. Please do. Thank you. Anyways, I will see you later. Goodbye.